Welcome to class 8 students. This is the continuation part of the chapter reproduction in humans. In my previous video I have completed the topic of ovulation and menstruation and menopause and all that. I hope those concepts are very much clear to you all. Otherwise you will not be able to understand the next topic that I'm going to start now. Okay, so the next topic that I'm going to start now is fertilization. What is fertilization? After the fusion of the male gamete and the female gamete, now the female gamete is fertilized and the resultant that produces after the fusion is known as zygote. So this is the basic concept of fertilization. Now we are going to learn in details about the mechanism of fertilization. Let's read from the book. Okay. Fertilization takes place in the fallopian tube or oviduct. So previously you have learned the parts of the female reproductive system, and there you got to know that the fallopian tubes are there in the female reproductive system where the fusion of the male gamete and the female gamete takes place. Okay, the sperms from the male received by the vagina swim up to the oviduct for fertilization. Now I have shown you the picture that in the fallopian tube the female gamete, which is the egg, waits for the sperm to come and fertilize it. And what will the sperm do? After its discharge in the female reproductive system, it will swim upwards and will go to the fallopian tube to fertilize the ovum. Next, an ovum is fertilized by a single sperm. Although millions and millions, about 200 to 300 millions of sperms are released in the female reproductive tract, only one sperm is able to fertilize the female gamete, which is the egg. It results in the formation of a single cell called zygote. This you already know. Since the zygote is formed as a result of the fusion of the sex cells from the father and the mother, it has the chromosomes and genes from both of them. So in reproduction, previous chapter, reproduction in plants, there you got to know about sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction, and you got to know that in sexual reproduction there is involvement of gametes from the two parents, and by the fusion, means as the male gamete and the female gamete fuses with each other, the zygote, that is the resultant of the male gamete, the fusion of the male gamete and the female gamete, the zygote has the characteristics of both the father and the mother. Okay, thus the new individual inherits characteristics from both the parents. Zygote moves from the oviduct to the uterus and gets implanted in it for further development. So this I have already told you during while I was explaining menstrual cycle, that after the fertilization the zygote will move from the fallopian tube towards the uterus, where it will get implanted to the inner uterine wall. Okay. The process of fertilization in human beings is depicted in the figure 3.7. So look at this figure. This one is very, very important. Okay. First step is there is a sperm and there is an ovum. The sperm moves towards the egg. 3 sperms try to penetrate into the egg to fuse with the egg. Only one sperm enters the egg. As you can see, the middle one has entered the egg. Third step is nuclei of sperm and egg fuse to form zygote. So here what happens? The nuclei of the middle sperm and the nuclei of the egg, they both fuse to form the zygote. Now the zygote divides and it has grown. As you can see, it has grown. Okay. So this is the mechanism of fertilization. You will have to learn this flowchart as well. Next, moving on to the embryonic development of the zygote from fertilization till birth. Now, what is embryonic development? Fertilization we have means done the basic of it. Now, what is embryonic development? Let's read from the book. The formation of an individual from the zygote is called development. So, first thing that is formed is the zygote. From the zygote for 9 months, means throughout the 9 months, it develops into a fully grown baby, which has all the characteristics of a fully grown adult. Okay, adult human being. So this development, this is the development of the zygote into to form an individual, complete individual. In human beings, the zygote undergoes continuous cell division to form a ball of cells. The ball gets implanted in the uterine wall for further development. Clear? The implanted ball of cells undergoes many cell divisions. The cells change their shape, size and function to become different types of cells such as nerve cells and blood cells. So in a particular individual, different types of cells are needed to form a whole organism, right? You have learned in a cell that from cell tissues are formed, from tissues organs are formed. So in this way, the development from zygote to form a complete individual takes place in this manner. Okay, next, from these tissues and organs develop, as I have already told you, that from cells tissues are formed from tissues, organs are formed from many organs, organ system are formed, and hence a complete individual is formed. Okay, so from these tissues and organs develop and get organized into various organ systems of the baby. Next, from the third week of development, which week? Third week. From the third week of development till the end of the second month. From the third week of development till the second month, the developing organism is referred to as the embryo. This is the embryo. So we casually use the term embryo, fetus, zygote. So which is particularly for which time period it is the embryo? From the third week till the second month. Okay. From the third month, means till the end of the second month, it is known as the embryo. Now from the beginning of the third month until the birth, it is called as a fetus. Clear? The fetus is connected to the uterus by a structure called placenta. This placenta is basically an organ attached to the lining of the uterus. So through the placenta, the developing fetus receives essential nutrients from the mother's body, and it can also give out waste materials, means excretory materials, into the mother's body, which will be passed outside from the mother's body by the process of excretion. Okay, so this is how the embryonic development takes place. The fetus is connected to the placenta through a cord-like structure called umbilical cord. It is surrounded by a sac-like membrane called amnion, which is filled with amniotic fluid. This acts like a cushion and protects the developing fetus. So this umbilical cord is basically a covering of the placenta. It is a cord-like structure which surrounds the placenta, and it is again surrounded by a sac-like membrane known as amnion. Now what is this amnion? It is basically a sac which contains some fluid in it, which is known as amniotic fluid, and within that fluid the growing or the developing zygote, not the zygote, the developing embryo, and then the fetus develops more. Okay, the duration of the time period between fertilization and birth is called pregnancy and gestation. Pregnancy lasts for around 280 days or 9 months in human beings. So in human beings, everybody knows this, that the duration of pregnancy or the gestation period, pregnancy is also known as gestation period. Let me write it down. So the gestation period or the time period of pregnancy in human beings is 9 months or 280 days. Okay, so with this topic we complete our chapter human reproduction. I hope you have understood whatever I have discussed with you, and the next chapter I will start soon. Thank you.